Well, good morning and welcome to another almost daily meditation. Glad that you're joining us this morning. I have been thinking about a very, very dear friend of mine who works in a library. She works at the Topeka Public Library, and she absolutely loves her job, and I love seeing her so happy in this job and in this work. But what I was thinking about is the fact that she will often talk about her work at the library in a lot of the same language, the same terms, the same emotions that I do in talking about working in the church. And it feels like they're both sort of sacred spaces. And there's actually a great quote that I found from James Rosoff, who is a writer of fantasy and fiction and things like that, but he's a really good writer. And he says, a library is a sacred space where the voices of the ancients can still be heard if we but give them the required silence. And so I was thinking about the parallels between these two spaces, between a church and a library. And that seems maybe sort of a strange comparison, but it's a place, first off, where people can come for help. If people are experiencing homelessness, they can come to the library. They can use computers. They can get help. They can come in for a warm space, sometimes just to sit, and they're not kicked out. Children are welcome in both of these places. There's special spaces for children to come and learn and grow and build memories. Librarians sometimes talk about how they'll see kids come and greet the books as they walk in, or they'll say goodbye to the books as they're turning them back in, and just all those memories that children are building. Each of those buildings, the church and the library, like this quote says, they hold ancient stories and voices of thousands through the ages. If we stop and are still and listen to that, it's a place where people can find solace, where they can find quiet. They are both places that also you can find community. And so it just got me thinking about those two parallels, but then also other sacred spaces in our lives, other places that don't require, the exchange of money and goods and services, and that most of the spaces in our lives hold, where we, go out to eat, or we go shopping, or those kinds of things. We can just go be in those places. Certainly a quiet, peaceful, loving home can be a sacred space. And I think that there are others in our lives. Outdoors is certainly a place to find solace and find all of those things. But I think about sort of human-made structures and what are those sacred spaces. So I would love to hear from you in the comments as you think about what makes a sacred space, and what spaces you have in your life where you can find that solace, community, comfort, help, all of those things. So I send blessings your way. I hope you have a really great day. Thanks.